As we all know, in 1966, England won the World Cup, and last year they just missed out on winning the Euros. But can they win the World Cup in 2022? Well, I'm no fortune teller, but Football Manager is going to give us as good of a prediction as any as to whether or not it's going to be coming home in Qatar in 2022. Hey guys, and welcome to the FM YouTube channel, where today we are going to be simulating through the World Cup 2022 in Qatar and focusing heavily on the English side, who are still managed by Southgate and are captained by Harry Kane, with Jordon Henderson just behind him as his vice captain. If that video sounds like something you will be excited about, please make sure you do smash the like button on today's video, as well as subscribing to the FM YouTube channel so you don't miss daily Football Manager content coming out with Let's Play series here and there, as well as videos all over the place. So it's going to be a good ride. This simulation is taking place within my Liverpool beta save, so I'm not controlling anything going on here. I'm just simulating through. And let's meet the national side that is going to be hopefully leading the England squad to glory this year. You've got Harry Kane, Raheem Sterling, Phil Foden in there, Bellingham, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Jordon Henderson, Alexander-Arnold, White now starting, Gomez now starting as well, with Saka at left back and Dean Henderson as your goalkeeper. Ramsdale and Pickford are your other goalkeeping options, with Chilwell, Maguire, Tomori, Reece James, Calvin Phillips, James Maddison, Ben Godfrey, Marcus Rashford, Mason Greenwood and Tammy Abraham filling out the rest of the squad. I don't think there's any massive player in there that I'm not noticing. I'm sure there's a lot of people that have already gotten a lot better, including Jude Bellingham, who I'm sure is one of the best midfielders in the world now. Joe Gomez, I know, being in my Liverpool squad, is a great player. Henderson, still got a level of ability about him. But of course, the goalkeepers coming through the ranks as well. Youngsters like Tomori, course, going to be much better than they were. They're only ranked in 4th place at this current point in time. But the question is, who are they going to be versing in this competition? We already know South Korea is in there, but who else are they going to be playing against? It's Germany and Nigeria, and to be fair, they really should be beating 2 of those 3 sides very comfortably. But of course, we're going to be taking a look at the rest of the World Cup as well. So England's group is there, and we've got a couple others that we need to go through. Colombia, Jamaica, Qatar and Sweden. Surely it's going to be Colombia. And, you know, Sweden, I reckon, are going to go through there. Denmark, France, Japan and Mali. Mali were a massive shock in the last World Cup video I did. I don't think it's going to happen again. I think it's going to be Denmark and France to get through there. This is a bit of a group of death. Belgium, Chile, Egypt and Portugal. I think Belgium and Portugal can go through, but any of those squads could really do some serious damage. Argentina, Congo, Spain and Switzerland. It's got to be Spain and Argentina, doesn't it? Brazil, Czech Republic, Iran and Mexico. I reckon it's going to be Brazil and Mexico going through there. England and Germany, of course, for this group. Got to back the 3 lions. Australia, Croatia, Norway and Uruguay. I think it's going to be Uruguay and Croatia going through there. And Algeria, Italy, New Zealand and USA. I am from New Zealand. I'm saying Italy and New Zealand. It's going to happen, boys and girls. New Zealand is going to be a serious competition for the top spot today. I mean, I know this video is focusing on England, but come on, I've got a bit of national pride in there. I think the only big team not involved in this World Cup was Italy. No, Italy's in there. I think it's Netherlands is the main squad that's not in there. I might be missing a couple others, but yeah, it's definitely missing the big Netherlands players. Van Dijk didn't get a call up. But even without the Dutch players, we're going to simulate through the entire group stage, focus on how England has done, and then take a look at the wider World Cup. In England's first game, they managed to come away with a 3-0 win against Korea. Very convincing. Henderson with a goal and Phil Foden with 2 assists to get them across the line. In the next match, they switched up the squad just a wee bit, with Foden moving down to a central midfield spot, but didn't change the fact that he still got 2 assists and beat Germany 3-0. What a performance by the boys. Mason Greenwood, Joe Gomez and Tomori with the goals. Clearly, some corner tactics are working at the moment, and that puts them on 6 points from 2 games already, with very little chance of being knocked out if we go down. We've got Nigeria and Germany both on 3 points, so technically speaking, they could be knocked out. But against Nigeria, do we really think they're going to concede that many? No, of course they're not going to concede many against Nigeria. They don't concede a single goal against Nigeria, and they have, of course, finished on top of their group with 3 wins out of 3. The 3 Lions are going through with Germany just behind them, 5 points behind them, and they will be versing one of the second place sides in the next round. But let's find out who they actually could be versing. Actually, it's just spoiled it there, but we'll go through who was qualified straight off the bat. It's Sweden and Jamaica in the top group. Was not expecting that, but I mean, good on Jamaica. Love to see it. France and Denmark going through there, so I believe I was correct on that prediction. Belgium and Portugal moving through in that group as well. Spain and Congo. I wasn't expecting that from Argentina or Congo, but you got to give some love to a underdog, don't you, boys and girls? Brazil and Mexico going through there, England and Germany, Croatia and Norway, and then we've got Italy and USA. New Zealand won a game. I will take that. Did they beat Algeria? I will take that. As a New Zealand fan, that's beautiful to see. And currently, Dean Henderson is winning in terms of clean sheets with 3. Phil Foden is top of the assisters. I don't think they've got any players in top goal scorer race at this current point in time. Harry Kane having a very quiet time up there. But there's still plenty of games of the World Cup left to go. And in their next round, they will be facing Mexico. And that is going to be an interesting affair. I back the boys to come away with a win. If we take a look at it from a tree standpoint so we can actually see all the games. It is France versus Jamaica. Oh, I'm sorry, Jamaica. It's probably over for you now. Congo versus Portugal. Again, sorry, Congo. It's probably over. Germany versus Brazil. What a game that will be. Italy, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Belgium, Spain, Mexico, England, USA, Croatia. And England could get some revenge on Croatia if it ends up being them in the quarterfinal. Let's simulate forward. Let's find out who's going through. Is England going to be beating Mexico? Yes, they can. And this time, Harry Kane is on the scorecard, except it is just a penalty. Marcus Rashford, more the man, putting it into the back of the net. And it's actually just Rashford and Kane pinging the ball around between the two of them and creating chances. Phil Foden down in the central midfield spot, not doing enough attacking-wise, but it doesn't really matter when you're scoring 4 goals. But they did end up conceding one. It was nervy at the start, 23 minutes gone. I'm sure the England fans were feeling quite nervous. Not another clean sheet for them, but still a win. And who are they facing in the next round? It is USA that has gone through, beating Croatia 2-0. I was not expecting that at all. Any other surprises in here? We've got Belgium beating Spain. I mean, either of those teams had a fair chance of winning that football match, so you can expect Belgium to be going through pretty fairly, I guess. Denmark and Sweden ends up being a Denmark win. We can expect that too. Brazil beating Germany 4-1, getting a bit of revenge, but not quite the revenge they would want for that 7-1 defeat a couple of years ago. Italy only just beating Norway 1-0. Good defensive performance, but not quite enough. Jamaica and Congo actually both held their own really well against 2 amazing teams in this competition, but Portugal and France come through. We're now down to our final 8. Surely England's got the easiest tie right now. Even if they go through to the semi-final, it's only Denmark or Belgium that they have to verse. The route to the final is looking very good. Can the 3 Lions do it one more time to move them through to at least getting another 2 football matches? Oh boy, yes they can. A 5-0 win with Harry Kane finally getting some serious goals here. 2 goals, but it's the Raheem Sterling show here. 2 assists for that young man with 2 goals as well. A 10.0 performance and another clean sheet for Dean Henderson. He is proving to be the best centre-back, goalkeeping option for this side. And they've stuck with a pretty similar lineup the whole time, but it seems to be working very well. Greenwood getting a goal as well. Gomez with an assist in there. Foden with another assist finally. Actually, 2 assists. He's definitely going to the top assister at this current point in time. But is it going to be Belgium or is it going to be Denmark? As Spencer FC says, it's always a Belgium, and they are going to be versing the same team they were versing in the 3rd playoff place last World Cup in the semi-final this time. It's all to play for. Going to the final. Are they going to be versing France or Italy though? Italy coming away with a 1-0 win once again against Brazil. A 2-0 win for France. The defending champions could be going to the final, or we could have a repeat of the Euro Cup final, not the European Championship. You know what I'm trying to say, boys and girls. This is going to be an intense end. Let's take a look at how they are doing statistically. No one in the top goal scorer race, but Phil Foden is up top for the assister. I don't know why that took me so long to remember. Henderson top of clean sheets, but are they going to be top of the competition? Let's take a look what happens against Belgium. Is it one more win to take them to the final? Yes, they can. They have beaten Belgium 1-0. It's Tammy Abraham starting, and somehow it has worked. He has scored the goal. Massive rotation for this game. Oh my goodness. Okay, Southgate, he didn't probably realise he was getting this far in the competition, but they've done just enough to get across the line. That one goal in the 51st minute for Tammy Abraham has meant that they are going all the way to the final. And you know what? We're checking it out together. Who are they versing? Well, Italy's in the third place playoff. So it is England versus France in the World Cup final. Of course, we're going to be watching this. It has worked out perfectly for my video. Honestly, I was like, before recording this video, I was like, oh, okay, I need to do a World Cup video. Lelujo's already done one, so I can't just do a general one. Let's focus on England. Let's just make a video focusing on England and their World Cup journey. And they're in the final. I mean, for me, they don't even need to win it. Well, I would like them to win it, but you know, I've already got all the content I need out of this, so it's worked out perfectly for me and for you at home watching England trying to win this World Cup. And what a journey they have had, beating Germany, beating, who were the other teams? I actually cannot remember who the other teams were. South Korea, one other, I can't remember. It'll come back to me at some point. Nigeria, then beating Mexico, USA, Belgium, and France. To be fair, Belgium is probably their first real challenge so far, and statistically speaking, they're doing very well indeed, with the most clean sheets, most assists, no top goal scorers, but I don't think they will care, as they could be winning the World Cup for the second time in their history, and they've reached the final for the second time in their history, boys and girls. History tells us that England win every single World Cup final that they're going to be in. Let's take a look at what happens. Let's watch the 2022 World Cup final. England versus France. The day's upon us. I've already built it up like by saying that we're going to be watching the final about 3 times here. But the third place knockout has already happened. Italy finished with a bronze medal. Will England be finishing with a gold medal? Let's jump into it. Let's take a look. I mean, there's nothing more I can say. I've gone through the whole journey. They've done very well. They've kept a lot of clean sheets. But now they need to beat the defending champions, France. And let's take a look at the lineups. Do I get to see the lineups? Or is it... Nah, okay, I guess that's something I'm going to have to look at generally, manually here. Okay, France formation. And let's analyse. Harry Kane, Rashford, Sterling, Bellingham, Foden, White as a CDM, okay. Alexander-Arnold, Saka, Gomez, Maguire, Henderson. He's loved having Saka at left back, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Mbappe, Benzema, Griezmann, Aouar, Veretout. Sorry, that took me way too long to pronounce. Rabiot, Mendy, Hernandez, Koundé, Pavard, and Magnan. What they're in the end. Gosh, okay, there's too many minefields there. But let's simulate forward. Let's see the chances. Early on in this game, Alexander-Arnold already getting a yellow card, but with 10 minutes to go on, there's only one shot going to France, and now there's one coming back to England, and Phil Foden swings a ball in for the first chance, but it is headed away, and I think it could end up being France's opportunity if they play their cards right. Pavard moving it forward into Griezmann. Griezmann looking for some space, but he's being closed down, and he's done enough, the defender. I believe that was Bukayo Saka, who has now picked up the ball and played it into Phil Foden. The assist machine. Is he going to get another one today? It will be probably the best assist he's ever gotten in his entire life if he manages to get it. But he's not gotten one yet because they've lost the ball, but they get it straight back. Rashford, Bellingham, Sterling's 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper and tries to take it slightly to the side to confuse him, but Magnan does a good job and saves it. But Foden has a chance from the corner, plays it over, but that's going to be the end of the chance. But that's promising signs, and certainly the best opportunity of the game so far for England. That time offside, and I'd say that's a very good chance actually. Should have gone into the back of the net. Raheem Sterling playing on that right wing. I think it's his first game on the right wing so far in this save, so it might be slightly unfamiliar for him, but doing a good chance to get into the position anyway. I'm sure it's not going to be their last chance of the game as they pick it straight back up, as it looked like France was going to be attacking. And now Alexander-Arnold down this right-hand side can find Sterling, but he plays it back into Bellingham. A bit of composure, a bit of patience. I like it. Sterling's back in. He's looking for players across the box, but he doesn't find anyone. But comes back out to Saka. The chance is not over just yet. White, Foden, Sterling, and he finishes it. And boys and girls, I've just been roasting Raheem Sterling, and he has shut me up because he has put England 1-0 up in a World Cup final. Great bit of tiki-taka play here. One-touch football. I love to see it. Ben White, Foden, plays it into Rashford, all the way through to Sterling, who is far enough away from the goalkeeper that he should just be able to touch that into the back of the net. And he does exactly that. They could be doubling their advantage. Phil Foden, Ben White, Maguire's there. And Ben White has somehow managed to get an assist for that. I don't know if that really should count as an assist, but Maguire and Ben White will not care, as it's ended up in the back of the net. And surely it's coming home. Surely England cannot drop it from here. Boys and girls, England could be winning the World Cup, and Football Manager could be predicting them to do it in real life as well. Henderson clears it long, and if France score here, actually, it could be a real spanner in the works. Koundé moving it forward, trying to find someone. He's going himself for quite some time, eventually decides to turn back to Hernandez. If they pump it long, I think that they're going to lose it, but they've been patient here, and they're playing it with a bit more care than they have been previously. Mbappe, one of the best players in the world, signed for Liverpool in my Liverpool beta save. I know he's a decent player. He's not done enough today, but they're trying to work their way forward, and they're doing a good job so far. Find Mbappe in the right position. Griezmann and Luke Shaw. No, it wasn't Luke Shaw, sorry. Saka, I got confused by the S's and the left-back positioning. Almost concedes an own goal, but it's luckily, I think, touched out by Henderson, and they clear that corner away. And 15 minutes to go in this first half. It is almost certainly going to end with an England lead. But, you know, France could be clawing something back in the last few minutes. 2 minutes of additional time, and they've gone by straight away, and there's no more opportunities. And it's England still 2-0 up. Griezmann has come off straight away. Coman has come on. Of course, you're going to have to make a tactical change. And England have 5 at the back now. I can respect it. With a CDM, a cam, and a striker, it is an interesting formation. But if it helps close out the French, helps them defend more solidly, I think it's going to be well worth it in the grand scheme of things. Maguire into Rashford. They're still creating the attacking chances. Alexander-Arnold, Rashford in the cam position, looking for a ball into the mixer. Almost winning a penalty there, but it's a decent challenge. Doesn't end up winning the ball back for France, though. And England are still on the attack, playing it back patiently to Maguire. Bellingham into White. White into Foden. For another assist. Rashford goes around the goalkeeper. He might have been in an offside position. He did look quite offside to me. I think this one is going to be disallowed. It's a great ball in behind, but I don't think it was perfectly timed. Yes, quite a wee distance offside from the naked eye. Let's see if, even with the clothed eye, he's got a bit of distance on the defenders there, but it still shows a level of intent from the English boys in the last couple of minutes to still be attacking. 20 minutes to go. Could still be turned around by France, but they need to score in the next couple of minutes. I'm sure the England fans won't mind to see the time just ticking by and nothing happening. Benzema, oh my goodness, if he scored there would have been a very intense last few minutes for these English fans. But with 10 minutes to go in Qatar, I think they have done it. 5 minutes to go, 3 minutes to go, and they are absolutely 100% confirmed the champions of the world. England have just won the World Cup, and I swear I have not simulated this more than once. This has worked out perfectly for my video and perfectly for England. They come up onto the stage, they shake the hands of whoever they are shaking the hands of. It gets past to their captain, Harry Kane, and he lifts the trophy. England are the World Cup winners of Qatar 2022, and it's whether or not now, are they going to win any of the awards? Who is going to be considered the best player of the entire tournament? Surely Phil Foden has a shout. But the goal scorers have to be celebrated here. Harry Maguire and Raheem Sterling picking up the 2 goals to put England through within the space of 2 minutes there. It's a great performance. And the awards aren't quite out yet. I'll simulate forward a day, because I imagine that's all I really need to simulate forward to find out who has won the awards. Is it going to be an English player winning the best player in the tournament? Is someone popping up to be a top goal scorer? I don't think it's mathematically possible based off last time we checked, but we'll find out right now. Is England going to be winning? Oh, for goodness sake. Well, that's a nice time to be saving, isn't it, Football Manager? The awards are now out, and Henderson has won the best goalkeeper, of course, with some incredible saves, I imagine. I didn't see any, but, I imagine there were good saves in there, and 6 clean sheets and only conceding 1. Pretty good decision. World Cup best player, it's going to Immobile for his 9 goals and 6 appearances. I mean, you can't argue with it. But Phil Foden has managed to come in second place with Romelu Lukaku just behind him. It's a good performance by the young man, and I imagine that means he is winning the best young player. No, it's Mason Greenwood. It must be 21s and unders that qualify for it, getting the medal and also being considered the best youngster. I think that's pretty fair with 4 appearances, 2 goals, good performance by the man overall. The dream team includes Raheem Sterling, Phil Foden, James Maddison, Maguire, Gomez, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Henderson, with some interesting players elsewhere: Pogba, Immobile, Lukaku, and this Danish right back. I apologise, Dutch fans and Danish fans out there. I actually know that guy for Atalanta. Decent player, but wouldn't be expecting him to do anything. Goal of the tournament. I love this. It's a DR Congo player. Oh my god, it's just beautiful to see, isn't it, boys and girls? And the Golden Boot does end up going to Ciro Immobile, the best player of the entire competition and the top goal scorer. Great performance by the England boys and a great World Cup overall. I was not expecting to see it, but the cookie has crumbled perfectly for the English fans. They've knocked out some pretty big teams. They did have a fairly lucky run along the way, so it's not like they, completely outshone every single team they versed. They had some easier teams, but at the end of the day, the luck is what needs to be within a World Cup every now and then, and they've gotten the luck of the draw here. The rubber, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. Let's take a look at some stats really quickly, and then we'll finish up. No English players too close to the top. Oh, well, Phil Foden, second place, so that's actually very close to the top. I don't know what I'm saying there. Phil Foden, of course, being the top assister. Any English players? No, none around the top goal scorers. Are quite some distance away. However, we do have Harry Kane and Sterling top shooters. Best pass completion? No English players, unfortunately. Most key passes goes to Phil Foden. Makes sense being the top assister. Most tackles won. Raheem Sterling. Okay, fourth place. Don't mind at all. Also, most dribbles made by Raheem. He's doing a lot in there. Fewest conceded, of course, Dean Henderson with just one. And the most clean sheets with 6 there. Brilliant performances all round from the English players. And no penalty shootouts, no dramaticness. Just a very convincing 2-0 win over France to win them the World Cup. And that is where I'm ending this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to smash the like button if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe to the Rax or VM YouTube channel for the daily Football Manager content that I promised before. It will be coming your way very, very soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, well done to England, and I'll see you all later.